In this video, I will be going through the main points on how to start a conversation and keep it going from the book The Fine Art of Small Talk by Deborah Fine. Now, this is practical information, so you could get pen and paper to jot things down or just put it into your phone. So you can pause and get ready now if you want to. So here we go. The first part, start the conversation. So here are social/general icebreakers. What do you think of the movie/restaurant/5k run? Why? Tell me about the best vacation you've ever taken. What's your favourite thing to do on a rainy day? If you could replay any moment in your life, what would it be? What one thing would you really like to own? Why? Tell me about one of your favourite relatives. What was it like in the town where you grew up? What would you like to come back as in your next life? Tell me about your kids. What do you think is the perfect age? Why? What is a typical day like for you? Of all the places you've lived, tell me about the one you like the best. What's your favourite holiday? What do you enjoy about it? What are some of your family traditions that you particularly enjoy? Tell me about the first car you ever bought. How has the internet or social media affected your life? Who were your idols as a kid? Have they changed? Describe a memorable teacher you had. Tell me about a movie/book you've seen or read more than once. How are you holding up? Tell me why you were named ... What is the origin of your last name? Tell me about a place you've visited that you hope never to return to. What's the best surprise you've ever received? What's the neatest surprise you've ever pulled off for someone else? Skiing here is always challenging. What are some of your favourite places to ski? Who would star as you in a movie about your life? Why that person? Who is the most famous person you've met? Tell me about some of your New Year's resolutions. What's the most anti-establishment thing you've ever done? Describe a costume that you wore to a party. Tell me about a political position you'd like to hold. What song reminds you of an incident in your life? What's the most memorable meal you've eaten? What's the most unforgettable coincidence you've experienced or heard about? How are you able to tell if that melon is ripe? What motion picture star would you like to interview? Why? Tell me about your family. What aroma brings forth a special memory? Describe the scariest person you've ever met. What's your favourite thing to do when you have alone time? Tell me about a childhood friend who used to get you in trouble. Describe your first away from home living quarters or experience. Tell me about a time that you lost a job. Share a memory of one of your grandparents. Describe an embarrassing moment you've had. Tell me something most people would never guess about you. What would you do if you won $1 million? Describe your ideal weather and why. How did you learn to ski, hang drywall, play piano? What is the number one item you would take to a deserted island? I think a lot of people complicate things like this, but what I've kind of heard is that wherever you are, try and link something to that situation. So like it was saying with the skiing things, try and link anything to skiing, like you've got common interest depending on, so if it's a business meet as well, there was one for business meet in the book, but I've not brought that in because not everyone does business. So link anything to what you're doing. If you're skiing, you link it to skiing. If you're at a business meet, like I said, you can then talk about how's your business going, what's the biggest failure that taught you a lesson, etc. And then another thing I heard, but separate to this book, was kind of just mention whatever comes to your mind, as long as it obviously isn't bad in any way. But you're like, oh, shoes, whatever, then talk about the shoes, where they got them, who got them. Literally anything can be an icebreaker. But I heard with like relationship things that you should point out something that you like in someone. You can also do it to like anyone, but just point out something you like, compliment their top, or that's a creative ... The next part is keep the conversation going. So now starting with a statement. What a beautiful day. What's your favourite season of the year? I was truly touched by that movie. How did you like it? Why? Gas prices are high. When was the last time you had to fill your tank? This is a wonderful restaurant. What is your favourite restaurant? Why? What a great conference. Tell me about the sessions you attend. I was absent last week. What did I miss? Commuting to work has become a huge stressor. What's it like for you? That was an interesting programme after lunch. What did you think? Presidential campaigns seem to start immediately after the inauguration. What do you think of the campaign process? I am so frustrated with getting this business off the ground. Do you have any ideas? So if you're English, then you'll realise a lot of this might be a bit weird to you, and there's different words in it, but I'm fairly sure it's because it's written by an American. I am excited about our new mayor. How do you think her administration will be different from her predecessors? Working from home sure has its advantages. How has it worked for you? Your lawn always looks so green. What is your secret? We've been working together for months now. I'd like to get to know you better. Tell me about some of your outside interests. You worked pretty hard on that stair stepper. What other equipment do you use? You always wear such attractive clothes. What are your favourite stores? What a beautiful home. How do you manage to run a house with 4 children? Listen to a lot of podcasts. How about you? It says in the book, you will be successful if you just take the initiative and give it a try. You'll be surprised by how easy it is, and at the positive reinforcement you get from people when you start a conversation. Remember the following 4 steps and you are well on your way to an excellent chat. Make eye contact. Smile. Find that approachable person. Offer your name and use theirs. Please like if you got to the end, it helps me out a lot, so thank you. And subscribe for upcoming videos. It's always going to be on self-improvement, so anything to do with health, wealth, philosophy and psychology. The playlist for all the videos on this book will be on screen now, so you can watch the next video if it's out. If that is not out, then the other video on screen will be something you will like. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.